Всем привет! Начинаем проходить игру GreedFall. Так. Выбор уровня сложности. Заблокированную сложность. Ну давай, ладно.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Так, мужчина. Лицо. А татуировку пока можно убрать. Давай. Ух ты какой. Опа. Да, вот, ой. Давай вот это. Вау. Так. Класс. Воин, инженер, маг. Тяжелое одноручное оружие. Меткость, ловкость, сила выносливость, духовная сила, сила воли. Ну, пусть будет магом. Так. Одно очко у нас. Следующее через 4. Молодец. Давай силу воли. Не все, что ли, плюс 10 только будет. 50. Ой, 10, 20, 30, 40. Надо пойти слово. Харизма. Ну это не надо зелье. Вот это в принципе. Потом вот это. Энергетичность. Это надо. Интуиция, умножаем место ресурс. Диалога. Так, ну поставлю сначала взлом. Наверное, взлом надо, чтобы там предмет. Хотя вот интуиция и аналитичность.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're
Must have.
setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am
Brilliant.
sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her
Если
Highness
наключил зэка.
personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Так. Ой. Пробел паузы. Ой-ой-ой. Ё-моё, что это?
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company. I must go to the dispensary. I lost almost my entire... I must go to the dispensary. I lost almost my entire... I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Ничего себе.
I wish you a good day, Yuri. I must go home. There are so many dead people. I must go home. My son is sick.
Greetings, Your Excellency. The smoke from the bonfires renders the... They say the ambassador of... The smoke from the bonfires renders the... They say the ambassador of Ptolemy sends his guard all around the city in search of heretics.
Ты 200, это что такое? Че, огнестрельно, наверное, не нужно? Вау. А, это вес. Вау. Самый конечно. Кирфради. Это вы. Придворный учитель. Сирена. Крупнейший город. Руководство. Обалдеть. Чтобы пробить, нужно тяжелое оружие или ловушки. Так, быстрее перемещить телепорт, короче. Там же расквартированы ваши спутники. Нужно. Все-таки надо ремесло.
There are so many dead people. I must go home. My son is sick.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Ha! Kurt! I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Пусть 2 пока будет. Тихо.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Вы можете принять магию света, магию тени. Заклинание просто временно беззвучно. Заклинание расход. Магия синяя шкала. Ну. Ничего не понял. Ну и физическое время значит там школа здоровья. А просто часть физического здоровья. Физического урона, что ли. Может, с тяжелым оружием или ловушками. Ворот на пробел. Запуталась сейчас здесь. Ярость — это параметр, позволяющий совершать особые атаки, носящие личный рост, лишний врага терять равновесие.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're
Казарма
feeling
на
rusty.
острове.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Да не против.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes. I've put this off for as long as I can. I need to make my farewells to my mother. I'll go and meet up with Kurt in the city afterwards.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my
Хотел сказать,
child.
что спасла отца его. Вот
Now.
эта штука.
Be off.
А может нет. Шляпа появилась. Уехать, бат. Нет ходьбы. Бред какой-то. О,
Hello, sir. I have seen so many horrors. My apology. I have seen so many horrors.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
так, ты чего? Принять его в группу? Монетные стражи. Могу его сейчас нарядить можно. Ты раз есть. Ваша мать и сестра князя Арсея. Капитан монетной стражи.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Чего ты?
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the princes? I heard the discourse of this priest on the main square. My husband started coughing yesterday. My husband started coughing yesterday in the evening. I hope it's because of the cold.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
Да сейчас.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. And to be honest, you and Anything else?
I must leave you.
Не надо нам таких разговоров.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again. I should go to the dispensary. I've not seen my brother in 2... Did you hear? People say a great alchemist. I should go to the dispensary. I've not...
I heard the discourse of this priest on the main square. He says that the Malachor is a punishment from the Enlightened. What did we do to deserve such retribution?
Oh, hello, you're the alchemists of the Alliance. The Malachor is slowly killing our city. More and more businesses are closing.
Have a nice day, sire. Sire, I'm sorry. I must go to the dispensary. I lost almost my entire... I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make...
Greetings. I hope your day... Soon I'll have enough money to get out of here. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. Soon I'll have enough money to get out of here.
The alchemists of the Alliance have been promising us an antidote for years. Haven't found anything yet.
Greetings, Your Excellency. The smoke from the bonfires renders, they say, the ambassador of Thélème. The smoke from the bonfires renders the air unbreathable. I so wish I could leave the city.
Да, управление, конечно. Странновато. Золотые монеты, сильное зелье магии.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. I heard the discourse of this My husband started... I heard the discourse of this priest on the main square.
Диалоги
He says that the
повторяются.
Malachor is a punishment from the Enlightened. What did we do to deserve such retribution?
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Еще кого-то рисовал. Художник. Страница урона из дневника. Боль усиливается. А, это чтобы делать. Ягода боярышника, красный, ясно? Что такое? А.
Have a nice day, sire.
Площадь князей нового региона. А, вот это где можно ходить, а темный нельзя. А мы здесь не- Где были?
May the disease never afflict you. I heard that the Nauts have brought back... I saw that they were loading some merchandise onto this ship. I heard that the Nauts have brought back a creature from their expedition on the island. I wonder if the tales that people tell are actually true.
Сундучок. Припрятали.
I wish you a good day. There are so many dead people. Even if we did find an antidote to the Malicor, I do not know if our city will ever be able to come back from it.
По нашему кругу. Ой, ничего себе. Неплохо так как. Это где такой райончик у нас? Он умер?
They say the ambassador of Thélème sends it.
The smoke from the bonfires renders the air... I wish I could leave the city.
с поля получаю.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Тихо. Сундучок, тоже два.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Так мы новый уровень наберем. А, он... Да. Суетило.
Sire, I'm sorry. I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time.
For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Давай спросим.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How's Thélème faring on Teofridi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors.
Putin.
And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Teofridi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Да. Общения много. Так, еще раз. А вон там дверка какая-то, наверное. Чего? Отражения-то нету. Сундучок тут за углом у нас. Так. Пошли прямо. Так, чего? Портовый рынок, казармы, таверны, посольства. Так я тут пробил. А, точно.
Greetings, Your Excellency. The smoke from the they say the ambassador of Tila.
Hello, sir. I have seen so...
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
А водичку можно? Не, не знаю.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion! Come to me! You won't regret this!
Научный журнал алхимика. Страницы исписаны мелким разборчивым почерком.
Miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours. But what you are about to discover could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid.
Странно, чё он? Из него пыль летела. Стоять.
The merchant is there.
Hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Так, что у нас тут? Цветы бурачника. Сосновая смола. Трутовик настоящий. Страница гриб. Шкура. Кардинал Антониус. Что-то много всего. Ядовитая ловушка, магическая. Не, продавать не надо. А, это первое, это второе оружие. Интуиция 1. Трофеев. Тихо. Броня лучше. Да ладно, обойдемся без трофеев.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of
Кто-то
course
он
we're ready
зомби.
to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment.
That's right. And so he must...
I'll be damned.
Sorry, Cap.
Following up.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Так.
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated, the dastardly boldness of them face in front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
А где моя... Ага. А я могу водить? Ну, так ж проще. Странно. Хм.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Так. Сейчас налево и налево. Здесь, наверное, ребятки. Почему открыть нельзя? Так, территория принадлежит другой фракции, да, что для вас закрыт. Да ладно.
To my help and death to the others.
А как уйти?
Move away. Things are about to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. About to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Все, понял, пока не буду ходить. Не, пожалуй, я пойду отсюда. Так, одну очку. Малышке, в принципе, надо, но магию покачаем. Опачки. Духовная сила. Ну-ка. А вот. Этой фракции. А шляпа относится к фракции? Нет. Его переодеть надо.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Уйди. А как вы знаете, что здесь? Какая фракция? Где показалось бы? Ну-ка, подожди, а если я ему его одену? Не, да. Давай попробуем. Ну да, не влияет.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties.
Дырка. Что у меня стало нет? Ой, как долго. Так, подожди. Я надеюсь, нас будут предупреждать.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never thought I'd see someone go to all this trouble to break into a prison.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Ой. А я что, надо завтра? Да куда? Нет. О, как интересно все. И не пройти. Чё это такое? Обсидиан. Так. Зелье вот так весит что-то. Так, боеприпасы пока не берем. Духовная сила 2, это что у нас? Вот он.
Greenblood, do you need something?
А, это ты.
I must leave you.
Интересная какой тес.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Вау, сколько много.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Thélème has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They were making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Туда никак. Вот. Что-то много всего появилось. Похоже, там будет махач.
This smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Ничего себе тут размах какой.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man, who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Laura. I need to be going.
Вот туда нельзя. Наверное, все-таки можно. Дневник контрабандиста. У меня 2 новых зайца. Опа.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
Ничего себе.
If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
А чё в тюрьму больше нельзя? Драконья кровь. Смола. Дракон определенных деревьев. Оживляющий порошок. Ничего себе. Мастерская. Ремесло позволяет улучшать оружие, броню, но создавать зелья ловушки. Он появляется. Не, больше не буду. Лучше продаю. Ничего себе, фиолет. И это только для этого? А для этого? А, не. А, не на кофе. Зелье сна будет. А чтобы зелье сна... Ух ты, а мне еще нужен первый уровень науки. Почему не написано фракция? А чё это? Смола драконовая кровь, смола определенного ерея.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk or... Did you hear? People say I should go to the dispenser. Did you hear? People say... It's to sell them a story.
Неумело написана записка. Родственники богатеи.
Greetings. Soon I'll have enough money to get out of here and to that island everyone's talking about. I can't wait to get there.
Так, подожди. Здесь вот в пор спускаемся. Чего здесь не было? Кораблик. Что, не падут? Не понял. Прям в водичку и поплывем. Корабль в воздухе стоит, и там тоже.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you will.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
Be back soon, Captain.
Так, пошли к торговцу. Надо продать.
You're running out of energy. Drink the potion. Move away. Things are about to get...
Пойдет.
You'll find all you need in our selection, whatever you... Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Так. $12. Бьет хорошо, пусть пока будет. Да. $96, что так много? Потому что еще надеты нам может.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Have a nice day, sire. I must hurry. I am due home.
Че золотые?
Citizens of Serene, come to me.
closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science.
I'm sorry.
Won't
May the
believe
disease
your
never
eyes.
afflict you, Your
This
Greetings, Your
discovery
Excellency.
will give you faith in existence.
О, я тут был. Ух, парень. Вот. Увеличивает вес.
Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity.
They say
your
the
time is
ambassador of
precious in
Tulane
these dark
sends his
hours.
flock all around
But
the
what
city
you're
in
about
search
to
of
discover
heretics.
could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence. Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours. But what you're about to discover saves your life.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Не понял.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so
Well,
concerned
yeah,
about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Где там посол Альянса? Ah. Подожди, на кучу у нас. Ну, какой-то колючий. Ну-ка.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Интересно.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
If you had any idea who I am... Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes. That's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Так, где пацаны?
If you keep shouting like that, we should have gotten rid of him. Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
It's blocked. It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
А, на
It's
утре
not
стихийная
possible just
ловушка.
now.
Ё-моё, как пробраться?
It's not possible just now.
Ключ. Ух ты. Ключ от камеры. Школу уничтожить и уйти.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress! Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
I'll do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you, I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
For an adventure. Так, выпить кострение красили.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We can sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
Что-то я запутался, подожди. Вот, ему камзол, так. Модная. Рубин. Константин Арсей, сын князя Арсея. Ягоды белладонны. Рубин. Драгоценный камень. Вот по прямой еще. Да.
It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked.
О, здесь капает.
Closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science.
Здорово, здорово. С утра
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Much to my regret, I know nothing else. Good luck finding the boy. Much to my regret, I know nothing else. Good luck finding the boy.
Опа, какая плиточка интересная.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Good day, tavern keeper.
Can I pour you anything? It's you. I didn't recognize you, my scruffy young pup. You put this place to shambles last night.
I am quite sorry about that. I'm afraid I let the festive spirit get the better of me.
Better of you? You broke everything! If you think for a second that I'm...
Come on now. Don't be angry about such trivialities. I'm certain we can make amends. Now, what can I do? The contents of this pouch should be worth your forgiveness. What do you say?
Forgiven and even forgotten, your lordship. Whatever can I do for you?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tearfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Дай с ним поговорим.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
А почему не могу с ним поговорить?
Locked. I don't have the key.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tearfredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage. Are you ready to leave?
Not quite. I still have a few errands to run for my uncle. What about you?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurd. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to dock to the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
Ну, я уже избавился от охраны, как быстро. На этом, пожалуй, остановимся. Ну, так, диалоги интересно, но небольшие баги подтормаживают, но... Я думаю, пройдем... Писали, что... Или слышал, 50 часов. Обалдеть. Ну ладно. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел и посмотрит. Всем пока.